That dude has the special.
It's a single.
That dude's wearing the special. You see that?
What bird is he? Oh, he's a seagull.
I don't know. He's a seagull.
I think.
Yeah.
Bird Game 3 is a game I never thought would exist. But I'm glad it does. And that's crazy for me to say because I remember back in 2025 watching those clips.
Bro, give me back my fucking egg, you stupid fat piece of shit, bro. That's my last egg.
And thinking how stupidly fun a game like that would be. And then I saw Birds of War on Steam. And I went into this game, you know, not expecting much. I expected some friend slop. But the game was surprisingly fun. And that's not just because of the classes and gameplay, but because of how chaotic this game can be.
I'm trying, bro.
Kill!
30 seconds left, lads. Make it count.
They know jump new jutsu. They know jump new jutsu.
It was moments like those that made me like Birds of War.
Because of how unserious and fast this game is, it reminds me of old Call of Duty. And that's mainly because of the voice chat.
Yeah.
You guys are actual pussy.
Yeah. People want to do shit. People want to do shit. People want to do shit. All I want is gummy. Go do shit.
Yeah, my boy was
Dumbass.
Oh my god. I just love how the voice chat is always on. Trying to yell to my teammates while the other team is yelling in my ear makes those battles a lot more intense, which makes it hard for me and my team to communicate, which kind of matters in this game. And that's because of its game mode being Capture the Egg, which is a 3v3v3 capture the flag type of game mode, where each team has a nest and they start off with 3 eggs each. The goal of the game is to end off with the most amount of eggs in your nest, either by taking them from other players or finding them around the map. And the reason teamwork is important is because defense and offense could be the difference between winning and losing a match. And I didn't realize that until I played my first few matches. At first, me and my friends would fly off and try and collect eggs from the other nest. But every time we did that, we would either get destroyed or we would get eggs taken from our nest. So we would lose matches or get really close to losing. That was until I decided to defend the nest while my friends went out and got the eggs. While I was at the nest, I realized that the Shoebill was really good at defense because he was tanky and hard hitting. He really fit my playstyle. And that reminds me of the other part of this game that I liked, the birds. Each one felt like they had a purpose. The default class is the Crow, and he was the first one that I played. To me, he felt better as a solo bird. Because of his ability to go invisible and his charged peck, I felt like I had an easier time sneaking into the nest and grabbing the egg. And although he was good at stealth or 1v1s, in group situations he would get overwhelmed easily. So after the first game, I decided to move over to the Hummingbird. And he was honestly fun to play. He's so quick that it feels like I'm darting across the map. And he's so small that dodging feels easier. Honestly, flying and collecting eggs was fun as a hummingbird. But his health is a lot lower and he does a lot less damage. In group fights, he's pretty good at nitpicking and doing a lot of little damage. But in 1v1s, it's a lot harder to fight with him because of his low health and his low damage. The stakes are a lot higher. And although he was fun to play, he wasn't quite my playstyle. My favorite bird had to be the Shoebill. And that's because of how tanky he was. I felt like he could really handle himself, and although he was a really slow flyer, he did a lot of damage and was able to take a lot. I also really liked the ability to heal myself and my teammates. And in every battle, I felt like I was dominating and holding the line. And although he was my favorite bird to play, he did have his downsides. He felt like he was really just meant for defense, and that's because of his slow speed. Flying around the map or trying to collect eggs with him felt like such a drag. And most of the time, it made me not want to leave the nest because of how long it took to get to the other side of the map. And the final, and what I think was the most broken bird that I played, was the Seagull. And that's not because of his two abilities being a long-range poop attack and a screech that slowed down and hurt enemies, but because of how fast his primary attack seemed. When I was playing him, it felt like using his primary attack was just me spamming. It dealt so much damage in such a short amount of time that it felt a little unfair. And it also made it feel like I didn't need to use his abilities to use the bird, which takes away from the need to use the other birds. And I would hate to see these other birds not be in use because their abilities aren't as strong as just spamming primary. And although he does have a use, I feel like it's overshadowed by his ability to spam. I would love to see the Seagull get reworked and just slow down the attack speed or lower the damage that he outputs. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play the other three birds, including the pigeon, owl, and the eagle, because the owl and the eagle need to be unlocked at higher levels, and the pigeon my friend decided to play, so I didn't want to take his role. But even just playing those 4 birds, I still had a blast.
I remember you.
5, 4,
You back from bird watching, don't you?
2,
I remember you.
I'm still in. I'm going straight to blue.
get 'em, boys.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shouty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like you. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winter, all summer. Jewelry around my neck is lightning, but I'm all thunder. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Place your bets on us. Get your money and flip it, yeah.
Destroyed out here. We're
Keep
getting
coming with
destroyed
it.
out here.
Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it.
You're
Place your bets
useless.
on us.
You're
Get your money and
useless.
flip it. Bring a friend and come along. Don't be taking too long. The vibe's too strong. If you don't know how to move, then we move.
What up?
on. Ain't no way rhythmic feet up in this place. If you can't
Let's
get
go.
the feeling, then get out.
Enemy streak. Shut them down.
By the end of my time playing Birds of War, I realized this game wasn't what I expected it to be. And that's a good thing, because I went in thinking it was going to be some low quality game just thrown together for the meme, but instead, I found a game that genuinely surprised me. And it wasn't because of one thing either, it was the teamwork, the voice chat, the different birds. All of it came together and created something that was just fun to play. And honestly, if you and your friends have an extra $10 lying around, Birds of War is an experience I'd say is worth. Somehow, Bird Game 3 actually exists. And I kinda hope more games are this